of the impact and of course the level of the impact of the coronavirus on the livelihoods of the people from the coastal region. And Kevin, you know, the coastal region is the hub of the tourism sector in the country. Really, what is the level of the impact on that particular area?
Well, good morning, Zainab, and we are joining the broadcast from the Likoni at the channel. And of course, what you're asking me is indeed since the coronavirus outbreak here in, globally, in fact, and of course, after the government confirmed 7 cases now, every industry, every sector here in the coast region, specifically even the tourism industry, has really taken a hit of the outbreak, because even hoteliers are crying and saying that their guests who had already booked or rather had made reservations have already cancelled. And according to one of them whom I spoke to yesterday, told me that he's only remained with 2 guests in a hotel where he had full bookings. You can imagine that huge impact that the virus has done in the industry. But that is not only to the tourism industry, the entertainment industry, and of course also this comes after the county government of Mombasa closed all nightclubs here in the county, but of course also putting in place measures to ensure that this deadly virus is contained. And here at the channel you can see that 100 taps were installed by the county government of Mombasa in conjunction with the Kenya Ferry services. And right now you can see that commuters who are depending on the ferry are forced to wash their hands before boarding the ferry, and these taps are installed from both sides of the channel, and they are 100 in number. But let me quickly just try and talk to a few residents here to just give us a glimpse of what they think on the actions that the government is taking towards preventing the spread of the virus. Kwanza kabisa jitambulisho kwa majina waitwa nani, halafu tueleze hatua ambazo serikali inachukua dhidi ya kukabiliana na kuenea kwa ugonjwa ama virusi vya corona. Wafurahishwa nayo na maoni yako ni yapi?
Kwa jina naitwa Fauzia Hafidh, na kwa mambo ya corona nafurahishwa nayo, kwa maana pia ni kujikinga, ambao ujikinge kabla hatari haijafika. Sasa nikiwa tunajikinga pia ni uzuri, ni ubora zaidi.
Kwa sasa Wakenya mnalazimika kunawa mikono hapa kabla mjaweza kuingia kwenye feri. Je, hatua hiyo waichukulia kivipi kama mkazi wa eneo hili?
Kwa hiyo hatua mimi naona bado naona serikali bado hajafanya ile ya kutosha. Sababu hapa kama sasa hii ndio maji imekuja, alafu wameweka tank pale sijui ni ya 10 lita. Si maji inafaa kwanza, kitu ya kwanza ikuwe ni ya kuflow kwanza. Ndio kila mtu hapa ferry panaingia watu mamilioni ya watu. Ndio kama ni kuoga kuna mkono, watu wanaishi mkono na wanaishi na sabuni. Wametuwekea maji, hakuna sabuni. Maji fresh. Ni maji fresh, hii ni maji ya kunywa. Haya maji iko hapa ferry, nyumbani hakuna maji. Si pia ugonjwa uko nyumbani? Hayuko hapa ferry peke yake. Mimi naomba serikali bwana tu elimisheni watu kuhusu corona. Kama ukweli iko, elimisheni hawa wananchi kuhusu corona. Wengine wanasema corona labda ni ile 5.6 bilioni tulikuwa na serikali kwa inataka, lakini elimisheni, pelekeni wananchi masomo pale mtaani. Si hapa ferry peke yake. Pelekeni masomo, ambie madhara ya corona ni nini. Waelimisheni wananchi, si hapa ferry peke yake ukinawa mkono, lakini nikifika nyumbani sijanawa, tasalamia wengine nitafanya nini? Na corona si ati ni mambo ya handshake peke yake. Corona inabaka kupumua yenyewe, kusneeze, inape kila mtu corona. Asanteni sana.
Serikali inapendekeza kama kwa mfano unapoingia kwenye ferry kuna maelfu ya watu, ama pengine ferry moja inaweza beba idadi ya hadi hata watu 1500, na serikali ama maafisa wa afya wanapendekeza uweze kutengwa, watu kuweza kujitenga kwa takriban mita 1. Je, pengine hatua hiyo inaweza kufanikishwa?
Majina naitwa Michael. Hatua hiyo kwa kwanza haiwezekani, manake kwenye ferry the maximum space unaweza kuwa nayo between wewe na mtu mwingine I think ni 1 inch. Pia kwenye matatu hapa, kwenye matatu tunatangamana kila siku, na initiative ile ya kufanya watu wawe wanajua kwamba kuguzana inaleta ile ugonjwa. Maana hapa kuna joto, kitu ya kwanza, na ile fluids for example sweat inafanya tukiguzana kwenye matatu tunakaa tuko kwenye hatari. Lakini ile lack of information ndio imetufanya watu hawajafamiliarize, wanaishi na zile theory tunasikia ati hapa kuna joto corona haiwezi fika. Kuna theory zingine zinasema watu wakinywa pombe haiwezi kukushika. In fact government haijafanya enough ku familiarize watu na the real thing about corona.
Well, of course, also remember the government and the health officials have really taken concern on the issue of social distancing, reiterating that this could be one of the measures that will help in terms of preventing the spread of the virus. But let us just quickly take you through to just see for yourself on how people are boarding the ferry, because this is exactly the entry point and the screening point where they'll first come through for security checks before boarding the ferry. We are informed that at least one ferry can carry at least 1,500 people. So you can imagine with this move of trying to distance people while on board the ferry, is it going to be really possible? But we are informed by the Kenya Ferry Management officials that it is something that they're really trying to work on, because that will mean that more ferries will have to be brought into the channel to ensure that, especially to operate when, or rather during the peak hours when there's a lot of traffic at the channel. But remember also, there are many drivers who are also depending on this channel to cross from the island to Kwale County, and what I have not seen actually is the drivers, if at all, they are sanitizing their hands. I've not seen them coming here to wash their hands and also join the other residents, but I believe that the county government as well as other authorities are working together towards ensuring that they all participate in hand sanitizing, or rather washing their hands before boarding the vessel. Remember, the county government also has introduced a lot of measures towards preventing the virus, including sensitization, but you heard the residents are complaining that they feel that this is something that needs to be done deep into the local. Remember also, when you talk about the issue of social distancing, when you go to a village like, for instance, Likoni, you can find that many people are living, or rather even sharing social amenities such as toilets, bathrooms, and of course also that poses a great danger to the infections of this particular disease. There are reports that indicate that when someone coughs or sneezes, the virus can live on the surfaces of, for up to more than even 6 hours. And remember, that is one of the key areas that people have been asked to exercise proper hygiene standards. But as you can see, those people are currently boarding the ferry, and I'm sure that that issue of social distancing is a matter that really needs to be dealt with. God forbid, the leaders are saying, if at all that particular case strikes here at the ferry, then of course also it will be a major disaster. But the county government, as I said, the national government, they are all collaborating towards ensuring that the virus is kept at bay and to ensure that it does not strike here. Remember, over 300,000 people crosses this channel every day, and currently there are 4 ferries operating at the channel, and I'm sure that the KFS, that is the Kenya Ferry Management, is working on ways to ensure that they will be able to manage the situation. The county government has also been sensitizing the public using the LED screens here at the ferry on ways to prevent the coronavirus. So we are still monitoring this issue. Remember, as at yesterday, 7 cases were confirmed of the coronavirus. 6,000 people have died globally, and of course thousands others are being infected from this deadly virus. Over 30 countries here in Africa have confirmed cases of this COVID-19. It's a deadly disease, but of course also we are hoping that the government has put in place necessary measures to ensure that the disease will be contained, and of course also residents are really asking the government to put in place measures to ensure that the economy will not be affected. The tourism industry, the entertainment industry has largely felt the heat. Even those, a number of youth here in Mombasa. Yesterday I was at public beaches along the coastal region, and some of them have been closed indefinitely. These are key areas that have been providing employment to hundreds and thousands of youth, if not more. And of course also they are complaining that if their business is shut, then of course they don't know what they're gonna do to ensure that their businesses are back, so that they can be able to earn a living and provide for their families. So we are still keeping an eye on the situation here. We'll be be speaking to different leaders, the different institutions, including the county government, whom we are informed that they are yet to conduct a public sensitization campaign against the COVID-19 in slum areas within Mombasa County. And I'm informed that they'll be beginning the exercise at around 11 o'clock. We will be joining them, and we will be also covering that to ensure that we also keep an update of and of course update our viewers on what will be happening, how the exercise will be conducted, and of course also reiterating the importance of maintaining proper hygiene. So all that we'll be able to bring you after, rather in our subsequent bulletins. Back to you, Zainab.